You guys, I owe you an update. I know it's been a while. As I talked about in the last several videos, this airplane has a huge emotional connection to me. But as I've learned, actually, it has a huge emotional connection to many of you too. I've seen your beautiful comments and sense of encouragement on getting 2-3 uniform back in the air. Your love for the stories that you've seen here on the channel and how you've been a part of it. Seems like the content through Angle of Attack and the platform of this airplane has really meant a lot to people at different times in their lives. And so I've been getting comments that I think warrant this video. And so I want to talk to you guys about it and bring you in on this journey. So for those of you that don't know, if I can just summarize this up really quickly, a handful of months ago, actually at the end of April 2025, this airplane I found had a major engine issue. And that meant that it was going to be down for a good amount of time. It happened to be the same day that my dear, dear friend Daniel passed away. And so it's been a hard journey. It's been a really weird time not flying this summer. But I've had to really dig down and try to understand the safe thing and look into the options for this airplane. I brought you guys into that too. Asked you, hey, here are all the options for this 1963 172. What should we do with the engine? Should we keep the old engine? Should we upgrade to something newer? And I got a lot of great comments and feedback on that, which I highly appreciate and took into account. That's been a really wonderful process to see all of you guys so involved in this, and many of you really touched by this airplane and the stories and the journey and the beauty that it provides us through the content that I love creating. And so I just so appreciate you guys being a part of that. Now, I have made a decision, and in the next video, I am going to let you guys know exactly what that is. That's actually going to come very soon. I want to give you guys regularly updated content on what's going on. So I actually want to be able to share Instagram stories and all these things that are going on as we're working on this. But she is being actively worked on right now. She is going to get back in the air. But this has been a major blow to, of course, my heart. This is one of the most beautiful flying summers I've ever seen in Alaska. Beautiful summers I've ever seen, and I haven't been flying, and so that's hard, and that's actually been weighing on me recently. I just want to fly. I need to be up and have this new sense of empathy for those people that are out of aviation for a while for, rusty pilot reasons, medical reasons, etc. But, this being a forced issue, I had a lot of people reach out and genuinely ask, hey, Chris, can you handle this? Is this going to be all right? Are you going to be all right? Can we get 2-3 uniform flying again? And I really had to wrestle with this idea of accepting help, accepting the gift of others' generosity, and talked to some dear friends about it, made sure my heart was in the right place on it. And for anyone that is interested, anyone that wants to give back, anyone that wants to be a part of the future adventures, see the future adventures continue, and do that in a meaningful way, this would actually be a really good time to help out. It is a major blow. I can't get the income from flying. I wouldn't say I'm struggling with the content part of it, but I haven't created any content this summer hardly, except if it's around this subject. So it's just been kind of a weird time. So anyway, I would love to let you guys be a part of this. And how I'd like to do so is let you forever be a part of 2-3 uniform. So if you would be willing to donate, this sounds so weird to say, to donate and help and give your generosity. And guys, my heart just feels so full right now because I know you're awesome. But if you'd be willing to do that, then I have some ideas, okay? So first off, I have bits and pieces showing up from the airplane with all this going on. So here's the spinner, which will now be the old spinner. That gives away a little bit of what's going to happen next. This spinner, for example, has a lot of nice metal on it, okay? Got the backing plate in here too. If you help me out on this airplane, I want to put your name on the airplane forever. Some sort of placard or something on here. If you give a certain amount, I'm going to send you part of 2-3 uniform with your name engraved or something. I'm going to figure that out. I'll find some help. Maybe you're someone that can help pound down that spinner into some metal tags that we can make with people's special name on it and things. But I want to put your name on the airplane forever. I want to send you a little memento. And for certain people that donate enough, I'd love to take you flying in 2-3 uniform if you ever come to Alaska. guys, this is part of the journey. And I have really struggled with accepting it and not being a beggar, not being a taker. I very much try to do it all on my own and work to just do whatever I can to possibly make it work. But this is a good time to be a part of this, to know that forever you would have helped continue the adventure and the story of 2-3 Uniform. So there's zero obligation. Obviously, several of you just reached out in such a genuine way. It really started to change my heart and change my mind about this. So that's the long and short. I don't want to make this too long, but I had to get this video out now because, again, I'm going to be posting the video next about the engine announcement so that I can really start to roll out that content and just get things moving again, because we've kind of been in this holding pattern with it. But I'm excited. I'm at peace about everything that's happening right now. I'm at peace about the timeline that's happening. I'm at peace about accepting generosity from such wonderful people. I've met so many of you at Oshkosh recently when I was there that really wanted to see this plane flying again and see the adventures continue. And you guys were so good about sharing your heart and condolences for everything that's happened. So you guys are so awesome. I really appreciate my community right now, and I feel a lot of love, a lot of support, and just really appreciate all you do. So in the description, I'm going to put a link to where you can go to donate if you like. I need to get some extra information from you because you are going to be my people. You are my people regardless if you donate or not. But if you decide to help out in any way, again, thank you from the bottom of my heart, and I'm gonna find a way to make it up to you. And in a very small way, again, you'll get a memento here, and I'm gonna placard your name on the airplane somewhere. Even if I have to pull out some panels and write it in Sharpie behind the scenes on the metal, I'm gonna put your name in this airplane. So check out the description. Thanks for being here. Yeah, I mean, if you haven't heard the story about this engine, it's kind of wild, and it's going to be a beautiful thing when it all plays out and everything works out in the end. So again, thank you, and yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Fly safe, super important, and throttle on.